Hi everyone, this is our major project which we done in our college, Kokaraju Rangarajan Institute of Engineering and Technology of Department of Computer Science. Coming to the project title is Patient Self-Controllable and Multi-Level Privacy and Distributed Healthcare System, and our domain is cloud computing. And our batch name is D5 and representing Devendra Chari, Chakravarti K, and Mahesh under the guidance of N. Sudhakar Yadav, Associate Professor at GRIET. Coming to the introduction, this is how we integrated cloud computing in our project. Distributed healthcare cloud computing system significantly facilitates efficient patient treatment for medical consultation by sharing personal health information among healthcare providers. As of now, when patient visits the doctor, they are confined to the paper-based prescription where the data confidentiality is completely lost. Many existing access control and anonymous authentication schemes cannot be straightforwardly exploited in the present existing systems. We propose a system which overcomes this problem. Cloud computing. Cloud computing is the practice of using a network of remote servers hosted on internet to store, manage, and process data, rather than a local server or a personal computer. By this, we can clearly say that data stored in cloud is completely secured. Any authorized user can access their data from any part of the world using their credentials. Some of the advantages of cloud computing are cost effective, unlimited storage, backup and recovery, easy access to information. This is the perfect example where the different users from different devices can access from remote areas to the centralized cloud. Why we are opting cloud computing? Cloud computing is of many advantages where we can have dynamic scaling, high productivity, less deployment time, easy to management, increased mobility. These can be effectively utilized rather than traditional hard disk storage. What our proposed system is confined of. Our project mainly deals out with the privacy of the patient details regarding health condition, type of problem he or she is suffering from. With the help of our project, patient has the right to disclosure of his data to the authorized user, that is to the concerned doctor, etc. Regarding security, we are using multi-level encryption to hide the details of the patient. As I said, we are providing multi-level privacy to the patient health records and how this can be achieved. We are implementing three different algorithms for encryption of the patient health records at different levels. Those algorithms include AES-128, MD5, and 2FISH. AES-128. We use a 128-bit key and there are 10 rounds to generate ciphertext. We have to reverse for generating plain text. MD5 is a message authentication protocol to verify the content of the message. It is essentially a hashing, a mapping from a random text to fixed bit string of length 128 bit. And 2FISH algorithm. In cryptography, 2FISH is a symmetric key block cipher with block size of 128 bits and key size is to 256 bits. And it was one of the 5 finalists of the Advanced Encryption Standard contest, but it was not selected for standardization. 2FISH is related to earlier block cipher Blowfish. This is the home screen of our website where you can find options like patient login and doctor login. In the patient login, we have two options. One is for existing login who is already registered to our website and another is for new patient. This is a patient sign up page where you can find four fields like name, password, age and mobile number. These are the mandatory columns where the patient has to mention to register into our website. Once the patient got signed up to our website, he is redirected to the patient login page where he needs to enter name, mobile number, password which are unique to his account and enter his account page. Once the patient gets logged into their account, they can find options like recent health reports, set permissions, remove permissions, and permission list. Coming to recent health reports, patient can view his health report which is uploaded by the doctor. And how this is done? When the patient consults to a doctor, the doctor uploads the prescription according to his or her health condition. And coming to set permissions option, the set permission option helps the patient to view permissions to different doctors who they want to consult, and remove permissions option helps the patient to remove permissions from the different doctors who he or she gave permission for, and permission list helps the patient to list the permission to whom the patient gave the permission. This is the doctor login page where the doctor can log in into his account by entering his name, mobile number and password and to update the patient details. Once the doctor enters the details in the doctor login page, he will be redirected to his account. In this account, you will have two options like Update patient health reports and patient details. Update patient health reports will be done when the patient consults the doctor, and patient details option is activated when the patient gives permission to the concerned doctor. This is the set permissions options in the patient login page where you can give permissions to different doctors by entering the doctor details like name, phone number, and also the key of 16 digit. After giving permissions to different doctors, the patient wanted to know to whom the permissions were given. With the help of the permissions list option, he can visit to whom the permissions were given. After the permissions were given to the doctor by the patient, the concerned doctor has to retrieve the data of the patient. If you want to retrieve the data of the patient, he need to enter the columns like name, phone number of the patient in the get patient details option in his account. These were the patient details reviewed by the doctor who gave permission to the doctor. Remove permission option helps the patient to remove permissions for the concerned doctor who he gave permissions for. After removing the permissions by the patient, we can check whether the permissions were removed or not by help of the permission list option. Let us suppose the doctor is trying to access the patient details even after the patient denies permission to the doctor. Then the doctor will be returned with a message of error like you do not have permissions to access the patient details. This is a message returned to the doctor who is trying to access the patient details who did not give permissions to the particular doctor. These were the minimum requirements of our project with a processor of i3 and 2 GHz clock speed, RAM of 4 GB, hard disk of 500 GB. And the operating system is Windows 7. Front end we used HTML and CSS, database is MySQL and server is a cloud. These were the few references of different websites which helps in the completion of our project. And finally, we thank everyone for helping us in the completion of this project. Thank you.